This podcast was written and created by Avi Melamed, Middle East intelligence analyst and founder of the Inside the Middle East Institute.
From the cafes, the press cartoons, the conversations you won't see in Western headlines, this is another story straight from inside the Arab Street with Avi Melamed.
Okay, so for today's deep dive, we're going to unpack a really fascinating struggle. It's all happening right now, kind of under the surface in Damascus.
It is. It's a fight over national memory, over identity, even over, what symbols mean to people.
And the sources we're looking at, they really capture this anxiety that just isn't making it to the Western headlines.
To really get it, you have to picture the scene. We're starting at the Umayyad Mosque.
Which is, it's one of the most significant places in the entire Middle East.
Absolutely. Think of it, this was the capital of the Umayyad Caliphate back in the 8th century. That's an immense amount of historical weight right there.
And standing right next to it, you have the mausoleum of Salah al-Din al-Ayyubi.
Saladin, as he's known in the West.
Right, Saladin. And he's not just a historical figure, he's this ultimate icon. The man who defeated the Crusaders, who took back Jerusalem in 1187. He embodies Islamic resistance, dignity, this idea of revival. He's a towering symbol.
But this story, it's not actually about his past. It's about a much more recent grave.
Right. It's about the grave of Muhammad Said Ramadan al-Bouti. He was a very prominent Syrian religious scholar who was assassinated back in 2013.
And al-Bouti, he wasn't, let's say, a neutral party in the Syrian civil war?
Not at all. When the war began in 2011, he used his very considerable religious authority to publicly back Bashar al-Assad's regime.
So after he's assassinated, the Assad regime decides to bury him right there.
Right next to Saladin.
Why? What's the message there?
It's a purely symbolic move, a really strategic one. By doing that, they're trying to link their own, let's be honest, very controversial political authority to one of the most revered figures in all of Islamic history.
And that, of course, immediately sparked a huge public debate.
A huge one. And it's really visible. On one side, you have people demanding the grave be moved. They say its presence is an insult.
An insult to Saladin's legacy and to the victims of the Assad regime.
Exactly. But the other side argues that moving the grave would be dishonoring a respected religious authority.
Now, something our sources really highlight is the legal side of this. The people who want the grave moved, they stress that, according to Islamic law, there's actually no obstacle to relocating it.
And that's a crucial point. It means you can't just dismiss this as a theological issue. It pushes the whole argument firmly into the political arena.
So if it's not about religious law, what is this really about? This is where Avi Melamed's analysis in the source material gets to the core of it.
It does. This is the deeper layer. It's fundamentally a struggle over national memory, identity, and ethos. It's a fight for Syria's soul, played out over a burial plot.
And those who want the grave relocated, they see it as a symbolic cleansing.
That's the exact term they use. They see it as a necessary step to start reshaping Syria's national symbols for a post-Assad future.
While the other side sees it as an attempt to just erase the past.
They call it an attempt to cleanse symbols, to rewrite history, to fit a new agenda. So it becomes this proxy war.
And what's fascinating is how both sides are claiming Saladin. They both link his legacy to Syria's Arab identity. They call Syria the citadel of Arabism. But then our source material brings up this almost shocking detail that gets completely ignored.
It's the muted history.
Saladin himself.
Oh.
He wasn't Arab.
No, he was Kurdish. He was born in Tikrit, which is in modern-day Iraq. And this is what Avi Melamed notes so powerfully. Historical figures get framed, or parts of their story get quietly muted to serve these bigger goals.
Nation building, identity construction.
Exactly. When the history doesn't quite fit the national ethos you're trying to build, well, history often has to bend.
So this whole controversy over one grave, it's really a proxy war over who gets to control Syria's national narrative, its future.
It is. It's a perfect illustration. And, Avi Melamed has this great observation. He says that while Bob Marley sang in this great future, you can't forget your past.
Right.
In the Middle East, the past is the present. It's happening right now.
That leaves you with a really provocative thought. If deciding where to put a body next to a hero from the 12th century can define who holds power today, how many other buried symbols are shaping the political struggles you see across the Middle East right now?
This podcast is made possible by supporters like you. ITME is an independent, nonprofit institute committed to apolitical, intelligence-based Middle East education.
To learn more, or to support our work, visit our website www.insidethemiddle-east.com.